Thank you, Madam Chair. I think we had a very wide-ranging discussion today. I think what we've hopefully can all agree on is that managing our groundwater supplies in Arizona is paramount. We cannot allow there to be areas that are not managing groundwater. I think we heard even testimony asking for rural groundwater to be properly managed in ways that our AMAs and INAs are not. And I know we have and will continue to have discussions and negotiations on that. But I think to the subject of today's hearing, our active management areas are the places in our state where people understand that groundwater is being managed. And we need to, it is our responsibility to the voters and the citizens of Arizona to continue to manage our groundwater in Arizona for the benefit of the residents of Arizona so that we can live here and our children can live here and that my children can inherit my house and be able to live there for their lifetimes without having to worry about suddenly that water source drying up. Designated water providers have been the gold standard for managing groundwater and other water resources responsibly within our active management areas, for having that holistic view of how to supply the people within their service areas with 100 years of assured water supply so that we all have that confidence in our ability to live here into the future. And so as to the topic of today's hearing, which was this new rulemaking that provides an alternative pathway to providers who, because of legacy groundwater pumping, have found it difficult to enter into designation, we should encourage that. We should encourage that designation mindset, that overall holistic view of how to manage water resources, and critically to be managing the water for all users within their service areas, not simply the one industry who may in other areas be the only industry who is required to provide an assured water supply. And so I absolutely share the concerns that we've heard today, that it should not just be one industry responsible for providing 100 years of assured water supply when other industries do not. I think we have that responsibility within AMAs to make sure that every use is accounted for. I have bills that I've been introducing year on year at this point, and will continue to introduce to make sure that we are managing our groundwater and our surface and other water resources responsibly and holistically. I do hope that those will get hearings this session. I encourage and welcome support for that. And overall, I think what we need to remind ourselves is that water in Arizona is scarce, it's valuable, it will only become more precious and more difficult to obtain. Just ask the various water providers and cities who some find this ADA's proposal workable, some don't yet because it is very difficult for them to manage a water portfolio. And so, water's only going to get more precious day on day. And so let's continue to seek solutions both for managing our groundwater resources and our surface water in the state. And let's also continue to push for good affordable housing policies, not ones that simply attack our water management, but ones that view the housing problems holistically as well and really dive into all of the myriad reasons for why housing costs are rising. Thanks.